Okay, hello dear friends, good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. It's quite strange to see the background. So here I am in San Francisco Modern Art Museum. Behind me is a piece of artwork. Well, maybe we can do this way. You can see. Anyway, so so this is San Francisco Modern Art Museum, and I just want to do a video blah 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 and chat with you, and let's do it. People around me, so I feel quite embarrassed. So here I put the camera to away from me, so maybe you can hear a little bit better. I got one friend asking me about being a teacher, something. Let me pull on to that piece of comments. So one friend said, thank you for this beautiful scenery and sharing your thoughts. It's good to listen and let your mind absorb. I'm sometimes left feeling down, incapable and disheartened after teaching particularly difficult classes where the students require a lot of energy from me and are just badly behaved and unmotivated. It is hard to wind down after a day like that and not take it onto myself. Do you ever have days like that? Yes, I do have. I have a lot of those bad days. There are several reasons. First, the very first reason, when I first start, I do have a lot of stressful days. And when I think back, there are stressful days that it actually scared me. I was so angry and feel that myself is totally out of control, my brain out of control. I will make some very loud noise and I do not want to continue with that, but continue with the detail of what I do. But I do have those stressful days. And that was at the beginning. And with time, I start to get more and more accustomed to the situation and become more and more more tolerant and becoming more and more using my sense, because I do not want to lose my job. I do not want to get into trouble. And I have seen a lot of YouTube video, teacher getting angry, slapping the table and turn over the table and doing some really angry things. I can totally understand the teacher, because when the energy is not right and the students or overtaking the class and keep on triggering, nobody can deal with it. I have so much sympathy for that teacher, for those teachers. They may be good teachers, they may be good human being, good husband, good brother, good sister, good wife, a good person. It just because of the anger accumulated that got out of control, and it is not worthy, but you just cannot control. And so I have seen those videos, and I think myself, I do need to take care of myself. I do need to be responsible of my action. So there are times I warn myself, don't get angry, don't get angry, don't do that. So there were times, and you know, in class as a teacher, you know, you get so angry. And there was one time I said, I almost have to hold my breath to that degree. And when I think back, it is not worthy and it's not intelligent to do that, because it does not serve me well, it does not serve the student well, it's not worthy. And we can do things better than just throw out our anger. So with time, I become more and more tolerant, and I become more and more confident and comfortable with my own style. Each person has a style. At that time, at the beginning, I was thinking classroom need to be neat, need to be clean, and need to be quiet. They have to respect me, they have to respect others, they have to behave well. And that is true, but even ourselves, just to think, ourselves, we have time that we are angry, and we have time that we behave not good, and they also have the time or have the chance that they are not happy. So have some sympathy or empathy. Anyway, I think having empathy is an act of kindness. Now I start to think, when you can understand another person, you can understand the pain, the suffer that this person went through, it might be easier. So students get frustrated, get angry, get rowdy, get not good, behaving not good in class. They may have their own reason. For example, the math problem is difficult, and just he suddenly have that moment could not understand. Everybody finds it easy, and only herself find it difficult. And that frustration from the peer pressure, from the self-pressure, make them unable to be the best of themselves. So that is the problem. And this problem shows up, they do not listen to us. But the root of the problem is that they do not know how to solve the problem. So we need to help. And their bad behavior is a cry for help. We need to actively and patiently take action. So now there happened in my math class, they did not behave well, they do not understand, and I explain 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, many times they do not understand. I got to the end, how can you still not understand? And then I was thinking, if I didn't say it. That is from my heart. I feel it. And I think I still have the manner not to speaking it out. But inside my heart, I did cry, why you do not understand. And then I was thinking, I slow down. And I actually take a humor of it. Oh, that's it. What can I do? You need to see my face now. So at that moment, I explain it. You need to do this and that, and still do not understand. And then I took humor on it. What can I do? Let me just slow down, and let me just explain 1 more time, 2 more times, 3 more times, many more times, until you get it. So I think sometimes you need to think the ultimate goal. Sorry for the noise. You need to think about the ultimate goal. Your goal is not to blame student. Your goal is not to put him in a situation that he feel bad of himself. Because once you put another person into a self-criticize and feel intimidated, then the brain does not work well, and the result will be even worse. And you are not helping, and that is not the result you want. You want to avoid it. You want your student come to the best of themselves. I'm a little bit distracted with people coming. So another thing is, in time of really frustration, now I start to take some humor out of it. I laugh. I laugh at myself. Oh my gosh, how can I? Let me cool down. Let me stop. Let us restart, reset the clock. Let us reset our knowledge. Take some humor. They are not bad. It's just I am not good at teaching, okay? Just think this way. And there are always solutions. And also, when things goes to that extreme bad, when things hit the bottom, down the bottom, it is time to bounce back. And usually at that time, when I totally cannot explain, there is some solution. There is another student explain 1,000,000 times better than me, because they are students, they are the same age, they are from the same class, and they have lived their life together for 4 years, 5 years, 8 years. They know what particular one word just touched the point. So, it must be time to go. So as I get more and more time working with the students, I start to understand them, and it's also depending on the expectation. At the beginning, my expectation is that you listen to me, I deliver my lesson. And now I start to understand. Kids are happy in my class. They are too excited, and they cannot be happy. There was one time I asked, why not you listen to me and you make me I didn't say the word. You make me And then they say, you know, we are happy. And once they say that, it's suddenly such a huge relief. Some classes are quiet, some classes are noisy. And if you accept them to be themselves, you should be ready to accept that class have a different noise level. So open up your heart. Once you are good, you are passionate about what you do. Usually, students understand you. Majority of the students are good-natured, kind and hard. At least in my class, maybe some in the family education, family way of treating things different. They get more of what they want, more of what they get more than what they deserve. But anyway, they are usually kind-hearted. So you open your heart, allow them to be themselves, and you lower your expectation on certain rules. For example, you want them to learn, then they are allowed to speak louder to learn. You want them to be quiet, then they will be allowed to listen to music or something, right? So, sorry, why is there there is a movie just finished. Anyway, so I do have those moments, and as I get more and more time with my students and get more and more class time with students, we start to get to know each other better and better, and we start to understand each other, and we start to come to kind of a compromise or solution that actually that is the way of life. And do not take it personal. They are happy, so they are noisy. Sometimes we just need to come back and think why they do not listen. They do not listen because it's a bad day, same as us. They do not listen because it's a bad day. It's a bad day because the previous lesson was not good, or my lesson plan was not geared to their ability, or that day I was just not in a good mood. There are so many elements. Do not take it personal. It is the previous problem. They carried on, bring it to your class. It's not against you. If you are a good, kind-hearted teacher, students can understand, people can understand. Always make sure you are at your best. You want to win a war. You want to win the battle of war, the war of life. You should prepare yourself with confidence, with strategy. That confidence is that I can allow different things. I can allow different outcomes. The strategy is I make my best, and I adjust myself. I adapt to the situation, and I do my best. And you also accept that there is different outcome, and it is okay as long as I do my very best. That is it. So at the end of the day, you do your very best. At the end of the day, you do the very best, and you have no regret. You do not take other people's problem into your life. You are not alone. Even if I say this as if I do not have problem. I have a lot of problems. There were times I bleed in my heart. I cry in my heart because it's just so frustrating and so disheartening. I so totally with you. But I have one solution. One is I make video. I calm down and I share my pain, and this sharing my pain can reconfirm your struggle and help you find strength. Just think, not only yourself is suffering, I am suffering. Every teacher, sooner or later, one time or other, we all struggle. And we all struggle for the best of our teaching outcome, of our students' learning outcome. We are teachers. and we do want to bring out the best of our students. Sometimes I'm thinking, especially now I have a parent-teacher conference, I see the parents, and it brings my motherly feeling of myself. They are the children of a parent. They are the children of someone that I care about. I care about. They are just having a dialogue with me, and they put their children to my hand. I'm responsible. I cannot betray. I cannot betray another person. I cannot betray my own heart, my own soul, my own moral responsibility. Do I make any sense? Do not take it personal. And at the end of the day, in the morning, get up early, go to work, prepare yourself pretty nice, do makeup or not makeup, dress nice, and you prepare yourself like a boss. And just make sure you are good and nice, and then make sure you are good, nice, all dandy. When you finish your work, finish your work, not doing it again. When you finish your work, maybe you bring your work, go back home. And as a teacher, this is a part of our life. We do lesson plan in the evening, in the weekend. Our weekend, it seems we have a lot of vacation, but actually it's all in weekend, and the shopping for school supply, classroom for some tickets, stickers for students, and all these things. That's part of our teacher's life, right? But make sure you give yourself the time. Go to museum, go to supermarket to buy some food, to buy some good food, and not necessarily too expensive. For example, I go to shops and see the cake, so beautiful. I cannot afford it, but I can see it. I can enjoy it with my eyes. Anyway, go to places, see pretty things, beautiful things, go to shops, spend some time, and get yourself away from too much pressure. And go to, today I am in San Francisco now, so I went to fashion clothes store, brand store, and try on new clothes. Yeah, and then you take it out. But anyway, you tried. Anyway, and listen to something. Get your brain occupied. You're only wondering and sitting there still. Sometimes, because you are under pressure, you cannot get these stressful things away from your brain. Maybe you need something to occupy your brain. You go to shop, you need to see the price, you need to compare the brand, you need to read the ingredients. It occupies your brain. It's very relaxing. It's a way of redirect your attention, and I think that's roughly about it. You know what to do. You just need to vent it out, right? So I do a video to help you to vent it out. Okay, this is the end of this video. I love you. I really do. Do. Bye bye, friends. Do I look good? Like a mouse.